trimmed in silver and blue. Tonight's opening tip-off is brought to you by Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, it's man food, not fast food. A.J. West will jump center for the Wolfpack. David Collette will be the man to jump center for Utah State. Great to have you along on a Tuesday night from Lawler Event Center. David Hall is the lead official. He's got the basketball in his hand, standing outside of the center circle. And momentarily he will make his way in between West and Collette and get the ball tossed up to begin this game. Vern Harris just went over to the table to make sure that everybody is set. Everybody's on the same page with the shot clocks. He's given David Hall the thumbs up. And here we go. Hall puts the ball in the air. Collette taps it. It's knocked loose, picked up by Mike Perez. Perez drives down the right side of the lane. Nothing there. He'll throw it back out. Nevada will get things set up with the first possession of the game, moving from our right to our left. Marquise Coleman heads left with the dribble, bounce past A.J. West at the foul line. A.J. lobs it back out to Coleman on the wing, brings the dribble right back to Perez, down inside to West, fumbled it, gets it back, turns, puts it up, missed it short, and Collette's got the rebound inside for Utah State. Not sure what happened on that shot for West. He didn't even hit iron. Out front, Darius Perkins handles for Utah State, picks up his dribble, throws it over to Perry. Back out front it goes to Perkins, who looks over his right shoulder at Stu Morrill. Over to Perry on the right wing. Collette comes out to get it, top of the key. Turns it over on the left side to Chris Smith. Smith out front to Jalen Moore. Takes one dribble. Perez cuts him off. Right side to Collette. Collette holds the ball above his head. Now he's got to launch a three ball. That's short. And Mike Perez collects the two-handed rebound for the Wolfpack. Good opening defensive possession for Nevada. Perez into the front court. Holds the dribble on the left wing. Throws it out front to Robin Misa. He'll hand it off for Marquise Coleman, who looks over at David Carter to get the play call. Coleman starts right with the dribble, drops it off for Misa at the elbow, hands it off to Fenner, who fumbles it away. It hit the leg of Darius Perkins on its way out of bounds. And so Nevada will have it. Wolfpack will inbound over by the Utah State bench. 15 seconds to shoot for the Wolfpack. Perez will throw it into Coleman out near midcourt. Marquise pounding it down with the right hands. Over to West off the right elbow. West back to Perez. Mike steps into a wing three ball. He line drives it off short. West taps the rebound into the hands of Collette. Up ahead to Perkins. Here comes the Aggies. Perkins up the left side of the floor for Perry. Makes the catch on the wing. Coleman in front of him. Dribbles to the foul line. Finds Collette. Rolling to the basket in the lane. Puts it up and in for two. David Collette's first bucket of the night. That breaks the seal. Utah State has the early 2-0 lead. Coleman takes his time into the front court. Marquise pounding it down with the right hand. Utah State in his zone look now. Coleman directing some traffic, goes to Fenner, back up top to Coleman, right side to Perez. Short corner right to West, finds Misa down the lane, lays it in off the glass.
Well, that was a nice play. It was a little bit of a 1-3-1 type set, and they didn't have enough guys on the baseline to guard it.
Nice pass by A.J. West, and Robin Misa gets the finish. 2-2 game. Here's Smith on the left wing. Watched by Fenner out front. Perry shoots the three over Misa, and that's good. Well, as we said, Utah State is the best three-point shooting team in the league. You must do a good job defending the arc. And Julian Perry, the freshman from McKinney, Texas, knocks that one down. 5-2, Aggies on top. Perez out front to Coleman, right wing to Fenner. DJ drives along the baseline, stop and pop from 10, left it short. Collette's got his third rebound of the night for the Aggies. Collette up ahead to Perkins. They'll bring it across the timeline, now stops in the front court. Turns and looks over at Stu Morrill. Perry handling out front, watched by Perez. Reaching to the basketball, can't get it. Perry drops it off for Chris Smith. He'll jump up a three over DJ Fenner. In and out, no good. West, the rebound inside for the Wolfpack, finds Coleman. Marquise pushing down the left side of the floor. Coleman puts it up with the left hand on the run, no good. Tipped up and in by Robin Misa. Now Marquise Coleman, kind of an awkward shot, but he drew the defense. And it opened up an opportunity for Misa to tap it in. Robin's got four. All four of Nevada's points. 5-4, Utah State. Smith on the right wing, dribbles left, drops it off for Collette. Top of the circle beyond the three-point line. Over on the left side, here's a deep jumper from the top from Perkins off back iron, no good. Pulled down out of the air by DJ Fenner. Fenner over the timeline, forecourt left, working on Smith, takes it to the middle, takes a bump, drops it off for West inside, and a foul. It'll go against Chris Smith. Now, DJ heard that whistle just a little bit sooner. He could have put that ball in the air and gotten to the free throw line. Had the foul not been called, it would have been a wide-open dunk for A.J. West. Smith commits his first team foul against the Aggies. Inbounds pass to Misa in the left corner. Throws it up the sideline to Coleman. He'll walk the dribble out between the circles. Utah State back in a man set. Here's Misa at the free throw line. Robin looks to his right, nothing there. Tosses it back out to Coleman on the wing. Marquise starts left, chest pass to Perez. Open look at a three ball. That's an air ball into the hands of West. Takes a dribble, pump fake, lays it up and in. Now all 6 of Nevada's points coming from their inside guys. 4 for Robin Misa, 2 for A.J. West. 6-5, Wolfpack on top, near turnover at the other end. Moore saves it inbounds to Smith. Smith to Collette down the lane. He gets his pocket picked by Coleman. Marquise running, 1 against 3, all the way to the bucket. Put it up, no. Rebound loose on the floor. Who's going to come out of there with it? It's picked up by Perry. Up ahead to Smith. Smith running, 1 against 2. Up against Fenner, lobs it up and in. Boy, a runner from Chris Smith. Tough shot going left. Put it up and in with the right hand. And Utah State back on top, 7-6. Keys into the front court. Bounce pass inside to West. A.J. wide open to the bucket. Dunked it down with 2 hands.
Yeah, that 1-3-1's not going to work. That's 8 straight points in the paint.
8-7 Nevada with 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Perkins into the front court. Bounce pass over on the left wing to Smith. Collette sets up a screen. Smith takes it down to the baseline. Nothing there. Throws it back out high to Jalen Moore. Moore out high to Perry. Perry around a screen to the right. Splits a double team out front. Then Coleman slapped the basketball out of his hands. It's out of bounds, and it's off Marquise. Tyron Criswell into the Nevada lineup to replace DJ Fenner. Utah State will bring JoJo McGlaston into the ball game. He'll take the place of Chris Smith. Sean Harris will check in. He'll take the place of Collette. 13 to shoot for Utah State. Ronnie Stevens now up off the bench will check in. Actually, Collette's going to stay on the floor, and it's going to be Jalen Moore that sits. A.J. West to the bench for the Wolfpack.
I want to check Moore and Harris's real size. They both have 3 inches of hair.
Yeah, Sean Harris, he's got the kid and play look, and Jalen Moore's got that big afro. Over on the left side to McGlaston. Harris sets a screen, slips to the bucket, makes the catch on the pass, and lays it up and in. Now, that's something that Nevada worked on earlier today. When Utah State comes up to set screens, the first guy will always slip. And that time, Harris slipped right to the basket for a layup. 9-8, Aggies on top. Criswell with it, right side beyond the three-point arc. Back to Coleman. Marquise takes a dribble, launches a 3 from the wing. Off the side iron, no good. Criswell's got the offensive rebound inside, and he traveled with it. He fell down. Well, a lot of bodies, a lot of traffic in there.
Yeah, that was too bad because that was a great offensive rebound by Criswell. Just got into a lot of traffic, as you said, and his feet got tangled up.
9-8, Aggies on top. Just about 6 minutes into the ball game. Perkins into the front court, over to Harris on the right side, out front to Collette. Looks to his left, nothing there. Back right side to Perkins, down the right block to Collette. Rodriguez blocked his shot but fouled him. So Caleb Rodriguez commits the foul, and Utah State will attempt the first free throws of the night. David Collette will go to the line. 63.8% at the stripe. He is 37 out of 58. Collette, one of those guys that I think in some ways still finding his legs after serving the 2-year church mission. First team All-State pick in high school, and he swishes the first free throw.
He should have great legs after 2 years on the mission because they do a lot of walking house to house.
Strong legs, that's for sure. You're right. Mike Perez back in. Marquise Coleman will sit. David Collette served his mission in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh.
Not a bad place to spend a couple of years. Second free throw is off back iron, no good, and Perez has the long rebound. So Collette 1 for 2. Aggies lead by 2, 10-8. Perez into the front court. David Carter calls out the play from the bench. Perez with it, top of the key, turns it left wing to Cooper. Rodriguez sets a screen. Cooper to the right, bounce pass to Perez. Mike pump fakes down to Criswell in the right corner. Back out to Perez, right back to Criswell. Tyron's going to jump up a 3. That one's long, and McGlaston pulls down the rebound for Utah State. JoJo McGlaston, sophomore out of the Bay Area. Up ahead it goes. 3 ball from the left wing, around it off, no good. That was shot by Perry, and then a foul on the rebound will go against Collette as he came crashing in over the back of Ronnie Stevens. First foul against David Collette, second team foul. Collette will sit, Jalen Moore back in. Henry Bolton will check in for Utah State. He'll replace Darius Perkins.
Well, at the start of this game, Ryan, they were getting the ball inside for layups. Now let's see if they settled. I'm talking about the pack now. They got to be patient, get that ball inside because they're effective that way.
Here's Stevens with it at the left elbow. Ronnie back out to Perez, right side to Cooper. Eric pump fakes, takes a dribble, back to Perez. Mike pump fakes, out front to Cooper. Down to the right corner to Criswell. Tyron around the baseline, works his way into the paint. Jump stop, got the ball slapped away. Runs it down, skip pass, left side to Perez. Mike fakes a pass, back to Cooper. Left wing 3 ball, that's no good. A.J. West fighting, he has the offensive rebound. A.J. down in the right corner, going to try to back his way in, double team. Skip past Cooper, pump fake, steps inside the arc. Out front to Perez, and it's picked off and stolen by Perry. Perry running against Perez, down the lane, puts it up on the run, wild shot. Rebound batted by Criswell, out to Stevens. Stevens to Perez, lob play for West, and A.J. is there for the two-handed dunk finish.
That's what we're talking about. That's where the pack has to score. Off the break, around the rim.
10-10 ball game with 12:35 remaining in the first half. Bolton handling for Utah State. Brings the screen over to the right side. Out front to Jalen Moore. Moore fires it left side to Perry. Perry dribbling out to Harris. Harris with a handoff from McGlaston on the right wing. Dribbles right, down to the block. Step back on Cooper, nearly lost his balance. Back to Harris. Elbow jumper from the right is no good. Criswell collects the rebound, leaves it for Cooper. Eric dribbles ahead for the Wolfpack. Cooper on the left side, beyond the arc. Lobs a pass down to West on the left block. Surrounded, gets it to Perez in the left corner. Works his way along the baseline. Pass out front for Criswell is deflected, but Tyron grabs it in the paint. He'll be called for an offensive foul. He pushed off to create space. Tyron's first foul. That's something Criswell doesn't need to do with his natural strength.
He's exactly. He is so strong that all he has to do is come to a stop and go up over people.
Ronnie Stevens will sit. Robin Misa back in for the Wolfpack. Wells Fargo Bank, a proud supporter of the Pack and dedicated to helping people reach their goals on and off the court. Call, click, or stop by to start a conversation with Wells Fargo today. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far. Here's Smith with it on the right side. Out front to Harris. Harris dribbles to the free throw line. Handoff for McGlaston that was tipped by Perez, but McGlaston maintains possession. McGlaston back to Moore on the right side. Moore takes a dribble inside the arc. 18-footer on the way is short. Rebound tipped by Harris into the corner, and it's run down there by the Wolfpack, taken by Cooper. Eric runs it ahead, right side to Criswell. Tyron down to the baseline. Throws it out high to West above the free throw line. Whips a pass inside to Misa. Off his hands and out of bounds. That'll be a Wolfpack turnover. 11:26 remaining here in the first half. 10-10 between Nevada and Utah State. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports. The Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Las Vegas is proud to call themselves the official home of Wolfpack fans during the Mountain West Basketball Championships, March 9th through the 14th. Book your room now. Receive up to 25% off within walking distance to the Thomas and Mack Center. The Hard Rock Hotel is the only place for Pack fans. Book your room now. Call 1-800-473-7625. Mention the code HUNRBB5. Ryan Radke, Len Stevens with you from our T-Mobile operated by Express locations courtside seats. 10-10 ball game, but 5 turnovers already for the Wolfpack. That's got to be concerning for David Carter.
That's the only real problem they're having, because they're doing a great job on the boards. They're not giving Utah State a second shot. Utah State's not hitting the outside shot. I think the turnovers and settling for the three-pointer, they've got 5 3-point attempts. Little too much right now.
Aggie ball out of the timeout. Chris Smith handling out front. Fumbled it away momentarily, but drops it off for Bolton on the left sideline. Bolton trying to find some space over there on the left side. Double teamed out front to McGlaston between the circles. McGlaston heads left with a dribble. He'll rise and fire from the wing, and he knocks it in for 2. JoJo McGlaston, the sophomore out of Dublin, knocks down the bucket. 12-10, Utah State. Perez into the front court for Fenner. Over on the right side, back to Perez in the left wing. Mike with a bounce pass down to West. Spins around McGlaston, then lost the ball. Harris fighting for it inside. Still loose. Jalen Moore saves it in bounds. Throws it out to midcourt where Mike Perez makes the catch. Should be a reset of the shot clock. Perez, left side to Fenner. Out front to Perez. Right side to Criswell. Tyron over to Perez. Down in the left corner for Fenner. DJ, one dribble out front for Perez. Nevada trying to find space in the zone. Fenner with it on the left wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Skip it to Criswell. Bounce pass inside to West. AJ works his way in, and he's fouled by Harris. And AJ will go to the free throw line. That time West just overpowering Sean Harris, who commits his first foul. Team foul number 3 against Utah State. And AJ West will be at the free throw line. AJ just under 70% on the season, already with 6 points in the ball game tonight to go along with 3 rebounds, and his first free throw is good.
Well, I thought he could absolutely dominate tonight. You know, the Pack, as long as they continue to keep going inside, I think that they're going to be in very, very good shape because Utah State has no answer for the inside game.
Second free throw good, so 8 points for A.J. West. Caleb Rodriguez back in along with Marquise Coleman. Criswell and Misa sit. 12-12 contest, 10-15 remaining in the first half. Here's Bolton with a bounce pass out front to Collette. Drops it off to McGlaston. Moore wants it on the post-up. They get it to him off the right block against Rodriguez. Moore backing his way to the paint. Puts his shoulder down. Puts it up. Missed it off back iron. Collette taps the rebound into the hands of West. Over to Coleman. Here's Marquise into the front court. Left side defender. DJ is open. Takes the 3 ball. Too strong. And Bolton the baseline rebound for the Aggies. Now Utah State on the run into the front court. Bolton into the paint. Nearly double dribbled. He did double dribble. And if he hadn't been called for the double dribble, he had thrown it away anyway, right to Jack Kustermeyer, who shows some good hands to make the catch. Would never have hit that shot, but good awareness to have his hands up. Satisfy your late-night cravings. Make a late-night foodie call to Jack in the Box. The entire menu is available anytime, including your late-night favorites like tacos, ultimate cheeseburgers, seasoned curly fries, and real ice cream shakes. 12-12 game, Nevada basketball against the Utah State zone. Coleman out front, back to Fenner on the wing, down to the corner to Perez. He'll try another 3 ball. That one off the mark. Caleb Rodriguez is called for a foul on the rebound. Rodriguez fighting McGlaston, and Rodriguez just got teed up. Well, you can see that one coming. Dave Hall does not like any sort of demonstrative actions. And Caleb Rodriguez kind of pumped both fists, and Hall right away teed him up. And that's no surprise. David Hall is a veteran official. He is really a good official, but he has an incredibly short fuse. And for Caleb Rodriguez, that goes as a foul plus the tee. So that's 2 fouls right there on Caleb. And he will have to sit with his 3rd foul. Smith at the line. And he makes the first technical, missed the second. So Rodriguez will have to sit. And Ronnie Stevens back in. But I guess in some ways you can't blame Caleb Rodriguez, but I think when Dave Hall is officiating, you have to understand that you can't be demonstrative. He's going to get you for that. Here's McGlaston out to Collette, driving right down the lane, puts it up on the run, had to double clutch that shot, bothered by West and missed it. Grabbed by Fenner, drops it off for Coleman. Marquise probing to the free throw line, jumps it up from there, off back iron, no good. Bolton the rebound for Utah State. Aggies a chance to run. Bolton into the front court, down the lane, and he's hand-checked and fouled. Mike Perez commits that one. Perez with his first. That'll be the 5th team foul against the Wolfpack.
His first personal 5th team foul.
Utah State ball, baseline left. Wolfpack 5 of 17 from the floor. Utah State is 5 of 16. Aggies lead by 1, 13-12. Bolton looking to get it in, has to hurry, and Bolton finally gets it down in the left corner for Smith. Works his way along the baseline, tried to dunk it in and was met at the top. I think it was West that went up to get it. Here's Fenner on the right side. Stops beyond the arc. Up top it goes to Stevens. Ronnie fires a chest pass to Mike Perez. Out front to Fenner. DJ pump fakes, dribbles left. Jump stop in the paint. He got his shot blocked. Grabbed out of the air by Smith. Over to McGlaston. Running against Perez. Drops it off for Smith. Back to McGlaston. His pass inside. Deflected out of bounds by Coleman. And the Aggies will have it down to the baseline.
Little too much one-on-one right now. 2 3-point attempts. A drive into traffic when all they've got to do is get it inside to the big guys. They can't stop them in there.
Bolton inbound baseline left. Lobs a pass in. Perez knocked it away. Out of bounds, and it's off Bolton.
Well, one thing is the Pack is playing outstanding defense.
Robin Misa back in for A.J. West. That time, Mike Perez just anticipated the pass, and it came back and hit Bolton, the inbounder, who was standing out of bounds. Eric Cooper is going to check in for the Wolfpack as well. Cooper will take the place of Perez. So nice defense there by Mike, but he will sit. Aggies lined up in that zone defense. Perkins is back in. Perkins playing with Perry, Moore, Collette, and Smith. The starting 5 on the floor right now for the Aggies. Coleman with it, fakes a pass, gets it over to Fenner. Down to the right corner to Stevens, back to Fenner, top to Coleman, left side Cooper. Eric open for a wing 3 ball, in and out, no good. And the rebound taken down on the left block by Perry. Perry over on the left side for Perkins. Into the front court, watched out front by Fenner. Picks up his dribble, finds Jalen Moore, hands it off for Perry out front. Perry starts right with the dribble, now heads back to the left beyond the arc, hands it off for Perkins. He'll come back to take it. Perkins pounding it down out front with the left hand. Moore steps out to grab it. Back on the left side, it goes to Perkins. Perkins gets the pass up top. Perry pump fakes, got Misa in the air, throws the pass back on the left side to Perkins. Perkins trying to find an opening, puts up a desperation shot off the elbow and knocks it in for two. So Darius Perkins patiently finds a crease, and then an off-balance jumper from 15 is good. And Utah State leads it 15-12. Here's Stevens, right baseline jumper from 16, bounces off too strong. Misa fighting for the rebound. Perkins takes it away, and then it's out of bounds off of Misa. And that will bring us to a timeout. 7:35 remaining here in half number one. Aggies lead it 15-12. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports. Tonight's game being brought to you by Barrick Gold, the state's leading mining company and one of the proud sponsors of the Governor's Series. 7:35 remaining first half. Utah State leading 15-12. Nevada is not having as much success getting the ball down inside, and they can't make a shot from the perimeter. 0 of 7 from three-point range, despite the fact they've had some very good looks against the zone.
They're not going to make those, not a high percentage. Here's the deal. Here's Utah State, who's the best three-point shooting team in the league, and they've only taken 4. And the Pack is playing right into Utah State's hands, shooting that jump shot when they've scored 10 of their 12 points in the paint. Take advantage of that. They're doing a great job. They've got to make a conscious effort to get that ball inside in the paint.
Utah State ball out of the timeout. Nevada felt like maybe that ball was off Utah State, but Dave Hall disagreed. So the Aggies have it with a 3-point lead. Here's Perkins over the timeline, holds the dribble over on the left wing, watched closely by Marquise Coleman. Picks up his dribble, throws it out front to Smith between the circles. He starts right with the dribble, makes the pass back on the left side. Perry shoots the 3-ball from the wing. That's strong. Rebound loose down low. It's out of bounds, and it's off David Collette. Robin Misa will inbound in backcourt for the Wolfpack, dropping into Marquise Coleman. Nevada is 5 of 20 from the floor. Utah State not much better, 6 of 19. Criswell up top to Cooper. Over on the left wing to Coleman. Short corner left, it goes to Stevens. Back out to Coleman, out front to Cooper. Fakes a pass to the right, back left to Coleman. Marquise takes a dribble, shoots from 16. That's short. Rebound inside Collette, blocks out Misa, and pulls it down for Utah State. Over on the left side it goes to Darius Perkins. Well, David Collette only averages 5 rebounds per game. He's almost got his average already. Here's Jalen Moore driving into the paint, down the lane, scoops it up, missed it short, and Misa's got the rebound. Pass goes right side to Coleman. Marquise running. Coleman looking down the lane, right side on the run. Shot hit the side of the backboard. Stevens grabs it, tumbles over Collette in the lane, and that's a traveling violation. A.J. West back in along with Lucas Stivrins for the Wolfpack. Lucas getting his first playing time tonight. Misa and Stevens will sit. Mike Perez also back into the lineup, and he will take the place of Marquise Coleman. It looked like Marquise that time had a pretty nice angle, and I don't know if the ball slipped or what, but the shot hit the side of the backboard. Second time we've seen Nevada get an offensive rebound and then have their player stumble to turn it over. Here's Smith driving left down to the baseline. Shut off there. Kicks it back out to Moore. Back to Smith in the left corner. Pump fake Criswell. Drives into the paint. Double clutched. And he was apparently fouled by A.J. West.
A.J. did a good job of getting his hands up, but he just hit him with his body, but did a nice job.
First foul against AJ. Team foul number 6. They're putting Smith at the free throw line. This should be out of bounds. And it is. They've got it corrected now. Dave Hall came in and overruled Vern Harris. That was the right call because when Smith got fouled, he threw the ball towards Nevada's bench. He did not put the ball up towards the rim. So that's a good job by the officials to get together and get that correct. Aggie basketball, baseline right. They throw it out high to Perkins. Right side it goes to Perry. Perry starts left with the dribble, throws it back out high for Perkins. Hands it off for Smith. Smith around to Collette, screen to the right. Picks up his dribble, back left side to Perkins. He'll shoot the three over Mike Perez. That's short. Rebound, tipped and grabbed by A.J. West. Hands it off for Cooper. Eric over the timeline, forecourt left. And now we've got a foul in transition in the paint. And it's against Perkins, I believe. So Darius Perkins gets called for his first foul of the game. Team foul number 4. The unfortunate part of that is Cooper stopped and popped, and he knocked it in. But they wave it off because of the foul. Perez will inbound baseline left. Nevada in the 1-4 low set. Stivrins pops to the corner to take the inbounds pass. Throws it up the sideline to Cooper. He'll bring it back out between the circles as David Carter barks out a play call. Cooper over to Criswell on the right side. Tyron driving into the paint, leans in, and I think he walked. He did. Tyron a little bit off balance, and right now it just seems like he's a little bit too sped up in this game.
Well, the players aren't understanding. They're dribbling into a zone. So that means it's not one-on-one. You're dribbling off of one guy into another guy. You've got to pull up much quicker against the zone.
DJ Fenner back into the ball game for Criswell. Utah State ball. They lead at 15-12. Nevada has turned the ball over now 8 times in this first half. Out front, here's Perry down the left side of the lane. Tried to drop it off for Collette. It was rolling to the bucket. Perez the steal. Up ahead to Fenner. DJ gets his pocket picked by Smith in transition. Picked up by Perry. Up ahead to Smith. Smith in the right corner. 3 ball on the way from Perkins is off the mark. Moore is there to follow it in. So Jalen Moore's first bucket, and that is a big 4-point swing. Nevada should have had a layup. Fenner got his pocket picked. And Jalen Moore with the offensive rebound stick back to give Utah State a 17-12 lead. Here's Fenner to Stivrins. Turns, jump hook, up and in.
Get it in the paint, boys.
Lucas Stivrins very calmly putting that one in. 17-14 Aggies inside of 5 minutes to go first half. Smith with it, left side, hooks the pass down to Collette. On the left block against West. Collette turns middle, puts it up over West. That's off back iron, and Perez has the rebound. Mike running into the front court. Stops on the right wing with the dribble. Bounce pass inside to West. Finds Stivrins down the lane, and Lucas walked before he went up, and that is turnover number 10 for the Wolfpack. And all due respect to Utah State, this is really a lot of unforced errors. That was a good pass by A.J. West, and Stivrins just shuffled his feet.
They just have to understand against the zone, when you catch in the paint, you have to stop. You have to come to a stop because always someone is coming to you.
Elston Jones, 6'9 freshman out of Arizona, gets his first playing time tonight. Replacing Collette. Utah State basketball leading by 3. Moore sets a wing screen, slips to the bucket. They don't get it to him. McGlaston now makes the pass inside. Moore's got it, and he lays it up and in. So Jalen Moore with 4 points, and it's 19-14 Utah State. Cooper into the front court to Stivrins at the left elbow. Turns right into the defense. McGlaston took it away. Stivrins grabs him and fouls him. Turnover number 11 for the Wolfpack. And again, you've got to have some awareness. I mean, Lucas just turned right into McGlaston, almost handed him the basketball. And that foul is the 7th against Nevada. And so now, not only is it a turnover, but it's free throws for JoJo McGlaston. Now, McGlaston is not a great free throw shooter, just 57%. But free throws nonetheless. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nevada offers a full range of affordable health plans. Learn more at anthem.com. McGlaston's free throw is good, and he will earn the bonus. So the Wolfpack 6 of 23 from the floor, 0 of 7 from 3, and 11 turnovers. That is a recipe for disaster. Second free throw for McGlaston is good.
And they're only 7 down.
4 points for JoJo McGlaston, 21-14 Utah State. 4:07 remaining in the half. Here's a pass to Fenner on the right side. Spins his way around Moore. DJ jumps it up from the right elbow. That's off back iron. Stivrins grabs the rebound, though, and throws it back out to Fenner. Leaves it for Perez. Perez left side to Cooper, out front to Mike, right side it goes to Fenner. DJ holds the ball above his head. Couple of dribbles, throws a pass inside, picked off and stolen by Elston Jones, threw it right to him. Turnover number 12. So Utah State with the ball and a 7-point lead, and right now the Wolfpack just can't get out of their own way. Perkins out front for Jones. Jones, right side it goes to McGlaston, makes the pass down to Moore, working on the block against Stivrins, puts it up over him and drops it in for 2. 6 points for JoJo McGlaston. Timeout David Carter. With 3:28 remaining in the first half, and the Utah State lead has ballooned to 9. They lead it by a score of 23-14. Nevada with 12 first half turnovers that has led to 11 Utah State points. So David Carter will try to get things calmed down here. And I said it a moment ago, it's not like Utah State is just locking the Wolfpack up. They're throwing the ball right to the Aggies, just handing it to them.
They're running a 1-3-1 zone defense, and all of it, you're absolutely right. There's no pressure at all. They're just daring the pack to shoot the outside shot, to be impatient, or to penetrate into a double team. When you dribble between two players in a zone, both of them are coming to you. You have to stop and make a good pass. And right now, that's not happening. It's leading to a lot of turnovers.
So Nevada with the ball, trailing by 9. Marquise Coleman drops it off for Perez. Back to Coleman, left wide open for a 3-ball, and that one rattles in. So a much-needed 3 for Marquise Coleman and the Wolfpack. Back down by 6 now, 23-17. Just the 7th 3-point shot that Marquise Coleman has made this season. Here's Jalen Moore between the circles, hands it off. Over on the wing for McGlaston, picks up his dribble, skip past to Perkins on the right, fumbled it away momentarily, gets it back. Perkins brings the dribble left against Coleman, leans in, flips up a wild shot, missed it too strong. Coleman's got the rebound in the paint. Marquise brings the dribble ahead, top for A.J. West, lobs it inside to Misa. Robin makes the catch, got the ball stripped away, gets it back, double team, puts the shot up, gets it blocked, and now we've got a held ball, and that will give it to the Wolfpack. Green, Mike around it to the right. Perez stops, top of the key, back to Coleman on the left wing. Bounce pass down to West, double teamed on the block. A.J. heads back to the baseline, and he's bumped and fouled.
Well, that was a nice move right there by West. He saw the double team over the top and went baseline instead of just catching it and going baseline like he does all the time. He had a good read right there and drew a foul.
Perry commits the foul, his first, team foul number 5 against Utah State. So no free throws here. Pack will inbound baseline left. Cooper into Misa. He throws it ahead for Coleman, and it's knocked away by Bolton. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. Get a quote at 1-800-STATE-FARM or go to statefarm.com. Inbounds pass to Coleman. Marquise holds the dribble out front against this Utah State 1-3-1 zone. Cooper with it above the right elbow, backs up his dribble, finds Coleman on the left side. Out front to Cooper again. Cooper on the right side to Criswell. Up top to Cooper, right back to Criswell. Tyron brings the dribble right, down to the block, all the way to the bucket, puts it high off the glass, and he drops it in for 2.
Nice job of going baseline and coming to a stop.
25-19 Utah State. Minute 44 remaining in the first half. Smith jogs it into the front court, hands it off for Bolton right at the midcourt stripe. Bolton starts left with the dribble, spins back right, now heads left again, and now a foul out front on Criswell. Trying to get in the passing lane against McGlaston, and that's a foul you just don't need. It's the second against Tyron, and it's free throws for Utah State.
Not at half court. You don't need that foul at half court.
I mean, for me, as Perkins checks back in, if you have 3 team fouls, you can take that chance. But, I mean, you just gifted Utah State 2 free throws here. McGlaston just hit 2 a moment ago. Settles for his first here, and that one is good. He will earn the bonus. 7 points for JoJo McGlaston. He's halfway to his career high. Came in December against Idaho State when he had 14 points. McGlaston was a starter at the beginning of the year, now coming off the bench for Stu Morrill. Second free throw on the way, and that one is good. So JoJo McGlaston is 4 for 4 at the free throw line. 8 points for him, 27-19 Utah State. Aggies back on top by 8 as we tick down to 90 seconds to go in the first half. Coleman to Criswell, out front to Marquise. Coleman one-handed pass back to Criswell on the right side. Out front to Coleman again. Dribbles left, kick it out Cooper. Eric takes a dribble, shoots the 3 from the wing. That's strong. Criswell flies in, gets the offensive rebound, and dribbles out of trouble. Back to Cooper. Eric down the paint. Leaves it for West. AJ's reverse layup, no. Tipped up and out by Misa, and the rebound grabbed inside by Elston Jones. Couple of opportunities there for the Wolfpack, but not able to convert. So 60 seconds remain here before halftime. Utah State with the ball and an 8-point lead. Smith drops it off for Moore. Moore between the circles, hands it off for Darius Perkins. Perkins over to Moore, high on the right side. Out front it goes for Jones. Jones dribbling to the elbow, handed off for Smith. He'll jump one up from 16 above the foul line. It's an air ball, and it's on its way out of bounds. So the clock will stop with 40.2 seconds left. Mike Perez back in for Tyron Criswell. Chris Smith is an excellent shooter.
Well, the screener got a little bit knocked right into him and knocked him off balance, so it was a good break for the Pack. Now they got to take advantage of it right here.
See if they can get something off this possession. Nevada shooting below 30%, just 8 of 30 from the floor. Utah State, as we said, not much better, 34.5%, 10 out of 29. But the big difference is the turnovers, 12 of them for the Wolfpack. 15 seconds to shoot for the Wolfpack. Coleman's got it. Over to Perez, high on the right side, around a west screen to the left. Back to Coleman on the left wing. Marquise will jump up a three. That one offside iron, no good. Moore's got the rebound, 8 seconds left. Moore into the front court. Pitch it back behind him to Smith. Smith driving left, gets into the paint, puts it up on the run, and banked it in for 2. 5 points for Chris Smith, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. At Cooper, Stevens, Fenner, and Criswell for the Wolfpack. And Nevada has been unable to solve this Utah State zone. Criswell dribbles down to the right block, shovels it across the court to Misa, and he lays it in.
Well, that's what you want. Penetration, come to a stop. 2 guys are guarding you. That means you have 2 offensive guys against 1 defensive.
And this is what Nevada worked on all this week, getting ready for this Utah State zone. 42-28. Utah State on top. 8 points now for Misa. Perry looking inside, can't get it to Jones. Throws it back out to McGlaston. Moore has a pick set up. McGlaston instead heads left around a Jones screen. Works his way inside the arc. Jumps up a pass to Moore across the court. Pitch it back to Bolton. Bolton dribbles into the paint. Lost the ball. Picked up by Perry left side beyond the three-point arc. Perry takes a dribble inside the arc. Pulls up. Left it flat. Fenner picks up the rebound off the floor for Nevada. Here's DJ over the timeline. Forecourt right. Fenner stops in the wing. Looks inside at Stevens. Goes high to Misa. Drops it off for Eric Cooper. Cooper brings the dribble right at the top of the key. He'll jump up a three from there, and it's good.
Much needed right there. Much needed.
No doubt about it. First make for Eric tonight in 4 attempts. Eric 2 of 15 the last 2 games from the floor after he had that nice game against UNLV when he went 4 of 7. 42-31, back to an 11-point deficit for the Wolfpack. Here's McGlaston. Tried to drive right, cut off by Criswell. Picks up his dribble inside to Jones, spins around Stevens. Left-handed shot, up off the glass and good for 2. Elston Jones with his first bucket. 44-31 Aggies. A lot of time left, 13:27 remaining in the game. Cooper ahead to Criswell, top to Cooper, to Fenner, to Cooper, right side to Criswell, bounce pass down to Stevens, off the right block. Ronnie turns middle, up with the left hand and dropped it in for 2.
Very nice move right there.
44-33, Utah State. 13:08 remaining in the ball game. Bolton handling for the Aggies, starts left with a dribble, now around a double high screen to the right. Pounding it down with the left hand, Bolton backs up his dribble. Needs some help, heads right with the dribble now. Stevens switches out on him. They lob it inside, wide open Jones. They cycle it around into the corner to McGlaston. Back up top to Moore, right side Bolton shoots the 3 from the wing. That's short. Misa jumps up to grab the rebound. Leaves it for Cooper. Here's Eric on the run for the Wolfpack into the front court. Left side Criswell. Tyron starts to the baseline. Behind the back dribble, into the paint. Flips it up and in. Second bucket for Tyron Criswell, and just like that, Nevada's got it back to single digits. 44-35, Utah State, 12:25 remaining. Bolton into the front court. Down into the left corner it goes. Pass inside, picked off, stolen by Criswell. Criswell running, he's grabbed and fouled from behind. Foul will go against JoJo McGlaston, his first. That'll be the second team foul, making the third team foul against Utah State. And we've got time, 12:18 remaining in the game, 44-35, Aggies on top. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports. for more information. So Nevada got down by as much as 16. Now they have cut it to 9, 44-35 with 12:18 remaining in the ball game.
Well, the good thing again, to start the game in the second half, 10 points in the paint in that first 6-8 minutes. That's a big positive, and if they continue to do that, they'll stay in this game and have a chance to win it.
Nevada ball out of the timeout. Eric Cooper handling for the Wolfpack. Looks over at David Carter to get the play call. Throws it to DJ Fenner, left side beyond the three-point arc. Criswell pops out high to get it. Tyron pump fakes, works his way down the lane to the bucket, puts it up and in, plus the foul. Criswell left open, gave a little pump fake, went down the left side, crashed into David Collette. It's a blocking foul. It counts, and Criswell will be at the line looking to complete a three-point play.
Well, that's what we're talking about. That's the 12th point this half in the paint.
Criswell settles, shoots, and it's good. So Tyron with 7 points, 5 coming here in the second half. After Utah State had an 11-0 run, Nevada has answered with a 10-0 spurt, 44-38. Aggies on top, 11:56 to go. Here's Chris Smith dribbling left, down to the block against West. Pump fake, leans in, he's surrounded. Out to McGlaston, he pump fakes the three. Dribbles right, gets around Fenner, step back 17-footer above the free throw line, no good. West down low, collects the one-handed rebound. Hands it off for Cooper. Here comes Eric into the front court. Up top to West. AJ looking inside, can't find Stivrins, gets it over to Fenner on the wing instead. Fenner holds the ball above his head. Now we've got a whistle and a foul off the ball, or a 3-second violation. It's going to be a 3-second call against the Wolfpack. Stivrins didn't get out of the lane. That'll be another Nevada turnover, and Utah State will have it when we come back. 11:34 remaining in the game. Aggies 44, Wolfpack 38. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports. Tonight's game brought to you by Silver and Blue Outfitters, conveniently located in the Meadowwood Mall and online at silverandblueoutfitters.com. Silver and Blue Outfitters, the official merchandiser of Nevada Athletics. 11:34 remaining. Utah State leading at 44-38. The Aggies had opened this one up. They led 44-28, but a 10-0 run by the Wolfpack has gotten them right back in this ball game.
Well, pressure defense has been one thing. You know, the Pack has really tightened up defensively. The second thing is the turnovers haven't given Utah State any easy baskets. And the most important thing, the Pack is putting the ball in the paint and putting pressure on the Utah State defense.
Wolfpack 8 of 16 from the floor here in this half. Jalen Moore with it on the left side. Drops it off for McGlaston. McGlaston gets it out high to Smith. Smith dribbling right, hooks a pass back to Moore, down in the corner. McGlaston works his way along the baseline to the bucket, puts up the shot. It's partially blocked by West. Grabbed by Fenner. DJ on the run into the paint. Flips a pass out on the left side. Cooper open for a three. In and out, no good. Stivrins tipped the rebound out of bounds, but he was pushed. It'll be a foul against Collette. So David Collette picks up his third, and that's a good job by Stivrins getting inside position. Collette tried to give that little shove to get away with it, but Vern Harris saw it. And so Collette will head to the bench now. And just as Elston Jones checks back in.
And just as importantly, that's a 15 foul on Utah State. So a couple more fouls and shooting 1-and-1.
Fenner with it. Above the left elbow, DJ to the free throw line, jumps it up from there, line drive it off the backboard. It's off the hands of McGlaston and out of bounds. Man, DJ pulled up for that shot. It was way too strong. It hit the glass and then barely ticked the iron, and because of that, McGlaston wasn't able to hang on to it. We're going to get a reset of the shot clock here because that ball did hit the iron. So Dick Cartmel over to have a chat with the table. Sometimes, you know, we talk about how air balls can actually work out for the offense. You shoot it too strong or too short, it just lands in your guy's hand. That time, Fenner's shot was so strong that McGlaston, he wasn't expecting that coming off the glass.
No, it caromed off backboard and rim and then just shot right to his hand and out. So another opportunity right here, you know, to cut this thing to 4 points.
Correction, shot did not hit the rim. There is 28 seconds on the shot clock. 28 seconds.
That hit
well, now
rim.
They're saying the shot didn't hit the rim? That shot clearly hit the rim. Fenner throws it way out front to Cooper. It's the difference between 35 or 28 on the shot clock, so it's not that big a deal, but that shot definitely hit the rim. Here's Fenner with it over on the left side. DJ starts left with his dribble, now takes it right into the paint, spins back to the baseline, puts it up, banked it too strong. Stivrins fighting, grabbed the rebound, but he was off balance and traveled.
Great effort by Stivrins. He just off balance. There were two Wolfpack players going after it, and a really good move. You know, he had an opportunity, but just got knocked off balance.
And it was actually A.J. West that knocked him off balance, but again, A.J. is just in there fighting for the rebound as well, so can't really blame anybody for that. Fenner pokes the ball away from McGlaston, but McGlaston picks it up, drives left, leans in on Stivrins, and a foul will go against Lucas. So Stivrins picks up his second foul of the ball game, and that'll be Utah State free throws for JoJo McGlaston, who has not been a good free throw shooter this year at 57%, but he is 4 for 4 in this game. McGlaston settles for the first. It's in the air, and it's good. So that's 9 points for JoJo McGlaston. Marquise Coleman, Robin Misa back in. Cooper and Stivrins will sit. JoJo McGlaston looking for double figures here. The average is just 6 points per game. He's got 9 in this one. Second free throw for McGlaston is up, and that one is good. So he's got 10 points. He's 6 of 6 at the line. 46-38 Utah State. That ends the 10-0 run by Nevada. Coleman to Criswell. Back out front to Marquise. Coleman back to Criswell on the right side. Looking in at Misa. Nothing there up top to Coleman. Left side Fenner. DJ pump fake the three. Hooks a pass into Misa. Off his hands. But it finds A.J. West, who jams it in. Right off the hands of Misa and into the waiting arms of A.J. West, who jams it in. 46-40. Utah State. Moore driving right around Misa, puts it up. He was fouled, and now they're going to count the bucket because the ball hit the glass, and then A.J. West came in and blocked it. And that's the right call. The foul is against Misa. Once the ball hits the backboard, you cannot go up and block it, and that ball hit the glass. David Carter's out on the court arguing the call, but this is a losing argument. That was the right call made by the officials. Once that ball hits the glass, you cannot go up and get it. So Jalen Moore gets the bucket. His free throw is no good. Criswell gets the rebound. 14 points for Jalen Moore. 48-40 Utah State. 9:47 to go. Here's West down to the right block. Battles his way in. Puts it up. No, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. That foul against Elston Jones.
Utah State foul was called on number 50, Elston Jones.
West is 3 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. You disagree at all? I thought that was the right call.
No, that was it was absolute. There was no question at all about it. I'm just pleased at what we're doing down at this end, what the Pack is doing, getting that ball down in the paint.
West will shoot two at 8 points in the first half, 5 so far in the second, and now his 6th point of this half, his 14th of the game. David Collette back in. Elston Jones will sit. Jones' second foul. One more free throw here for A.J. West. That one rims in. So it's 15 for A.J. He's one rebound away from another double-double. He had his double-double streak snapped at Colorado State. He had 10 and 9. Had double-doubles in each of the first 3 Mountain West games. Here's Smith dribbling right down to the baseline. Hooks a pass back to Collette. 10-foot jump shot, too strong. And Fenner rips down a one-handed rebound, and then he's fouled by Jalen Moore. Moore bumped Fenner as he came down. So that's the first foul of the game against Moore, but that is the 7th team foul against Utah State. So free throws the rest of the way for the Wolfpack. Mike Perez returns for Tyron Criswell, and here's DJ Fenner at the foul line. Now, DJ has really been struggling from the floor. Just 6 of 25 in his last 3 games coming into tonight, and just 1 for 10 in this game. But at the free throw line, DJ has been terrific. Last 5 games, 22 of 23. 1-1 here, so he needs the first to earn the bonus. Fenner spins the basketball, dribbles a couple of times, puts that one in the air, and it spins out, but Misa grabs the rebound, and then a held ball is going to give it back to Utah State.
Well, good job by Misa, though. Unfortunate that the arrow's the other way, but good job by Misa.
So a rare free throw miss for DJ Fenner. And Nevada still down by 6 with 9:27 remaining in the ball game. Perkins across the timeline, bounce pass to Smith over on the left side. Smith dribbles left, down into the corner, cut off by West. Lobs it out to Jalen Moore. Moore over on the right side. Here's a drive inside, put up by Perry, and he bounced it in with the left hand.
Boy, that was a couple bounces. That was fortunate bounce.
Good finish by Julian Perry. Back up to an 8-point lead for Utah State with 9 minutes remaining. Aggies lead it 50-42. Coleman to Perez. Perez looking in at Misa, can't get it to him. Goes to Fenner in the right corner. Back up to Perez. Right back to Fenner. DJ takes a couple of dribbles. Out front, Perez. Mike dribbling. Bounce pass inside to West. AJ makes the catch. Squeezes through a double team. Banks it in, plus the foul.
Count the basket, AJ West.
Jalen Moore commits the foul, and West will be at the free throw line. That was the power of A.J. West right through 2 Utah State defenders.
Yep, there's just no answer. Absolutely. I've said it about 3 times, and it's just so evident. A.J. is just like playing with 2 little boys in there. Great job of getting the ball inside, too, by Perez.
Jones back in. Collette is out. West free throw is good, and it's a new career high for A.J. 18 points in the ball game. 50-45 Utah State, as close as Nevada has been in quite some time. Perkins dribbles over on the right side, hands it off for Perry on the wing. Perry out to Smith, drops it down to Jalen Moore left side. Moore looking inside, can't get it there. Bounce pass to Perkins, down the lane, puts it up and banked it in. Nice finish by Darius Perkins. Had to get that ball up and over A.J. West. 52-45 Utah State, 8:19 to go. Here's Fenner with it to Coleman. Left side to Perez. Mike takes a dribble out front to Marquise. Back to Perez on the left side. Left open for a wing 3. In and out, no good. And the rebound taken down by Perry. Up ahead to Perkins. Utah State will push. Perkins in the front court. Starts right with the dribble. Drops it off for Smith. Smith will jump up a 3 ball, and it's good.
Wow, that was out there.
3-point basket.
10 points for Chris Smith. Right back to a 10-point lead for Utah State. Inside 8 minutes to go. Aggies lead at 55-45. Coleman over to Perez, back out front to Marquise. Fenner's got it now high on the right side. Out front to Coleman again, back to Fenner. DJ thought about the 3, dribbles left in the paint, twisted his ankle. They're going to stop play, and it's going to be a travel against DJ Fenner. Pass over to Smith, gets it down to Jones. Jones backs in against West. Gets a little too far off the block, throws it back out to Smith. Smith down to the baseline, double teamed, hooks the pass out to Jalen Moore. Out front it goes to Perry. Perry starts right with the dribble. Cooper moves his feet. Perry on the drive, and now a hand check foul against Cooper. That's the first foul against Eric, but where that hurts you in this kind of game is Utah State just used, 25 seconds off the shot clock, and now they get a brand new one on the hand check foul.
Stu Morrill is the master, absolute master of using the clock when it gets down into this point where he's up 15 and 6 minutes to go. I guarantee you there's going to be some time run off of every possession.
Lucas Stiveren's back in for A.J. West. Inbounds pass comes out to Smith near midcourt. They will hand it off to Henry Bolton. Bolton's pass right side deflected by Coleman, picked up by Marquise. Here's Marquise on the run, gets the ball poked away, runs it down, leaves it inside for Stevens. Ronnie gets his shot blocked by Jones. That's a foul, and that's a bailout. Jones had a lot of basketball. Jones' 3rd foul. That's going to put Ronnie Stevens at the free throw line.
That's a shot there where you have to go over the rim with that, a 2-handed dunk, not off the glass.
Well, I think I actually disagree a little bit. I think what happened there, Ronnie tried to dunk it, and that gave Jones a chance to get back in. I think you got to go quick off the glass.
I saw him. You might be right. He brought it back over his head.
Stevens' first free throw is no good off back iron. Perkins will check in. Bolton will head to the bench. One more free throw here for Stevens, who has been at 68% from the foul line for the season. Ronnie spins the basketball. He shoots, and that one is flat. Criswell fighting for the rebound. It's knocked away from him, and then Moore lost it out of bounds. So Stevens misses 2 free throws, but Nevada will maintain possession of the ball as Jalen Moore was not able to collect it down to the baseline. Wolfpack will inbound baseline left. Criswell cuts across from right to left, takes the inbounds pass, jumps up a 15-footer, and knocks it in for 2. 9 points for Tyron Criswell, 60-47 with 5:34 remaining in the ball game. Perry hooks a pass over to Smith on the right side beyond the three-point arc. Up top it goes to Jones. Jones hands it off for Perkins. Out front to Moore. Chest pass over on the right side. Perry trying to lose Criswell. Tyron got a hand on the ball. Perry up top to Jones. Pass inside deflected by Stevens. Back to Jones. Now to Moore on the right baseline. Out to Perry. Pump fakes. Dribbles right. Tries to throw a pass inside. Deflected by Stevens. Back to Perry. Finds Moore cutting inside. Blocked by Stivrins. Here's Coleman. Marquise on the run. Down the left side. He is bumped and fouled. That was nice defense by the Wolfpack. 3 or 4 deflections, and then Lucas Stivrins combining with Ronnie Stevens on the block. And then Coleman taking it right to the basket at the other end. And Marquise will go to the foul line. Perry commits the foul, his 3rd.
Well, this is what you want, too. Shooting free throws with the clock stopped to try to catch up.
Coleman's first trip to the line in this game. Marquise for the season at 73%. And a tough one for Marquise tonight, just 1 of 9 from the floor. Coleman, DJ Fenner, and Mike Perez combined in this ball game. It's been a tough one. 2 of 24. Coleman's free throw is good.
Well, what a great defensive end job at the other end, too, by the Wolfpack. Deflected 2 passes and then blocked a shot. I mean, did a great job of not allowing Utah State to get a basket without having to foul them.
Second free throw for Marquise is up and good. So he makes both. Nevada down by 11, 60-49, 5:03 left. Smith will inbound, gets it into Perkins. Nevada pressuring. Perkins picks up his dribble, lobs it over to Smith. Smith, couple of dribbles, gets the pass ahead to McGlaston. He'll wait for his teammates to Smith and back out to Perkins. Nevada's only pressed twice tonight. Utah State has not had a problem with it either time. Here's Smith over on the right side. Back to Moore. Wide open on the right. Decided against the 3. Gets into the paint. Back out to Smith. Gets to the elbow. Back to Moore. Now he'll shoot the 3 from the top, and it's good again.
Wow. 4 for 4 from the 3 in the second half for Moore.
14 second half points for Jalen Moore. 63-49 Utah State. 4:26 remaining. Coleman to Criswell on the right wing. Up top to Coleman again. Marquise brings the dribble left, stop of the elbow, fades, fires, no good. Stevens, the rebound, leans in, can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Got bumped and fouled by Moore. So the 3rd foul against Jalen Moore, and Ronnie Stevens, who missed 2 free throws a moment ago, will be back at the line. A.J. West is going to check back in. A.J. a new career high with 18 points tonight and 9 rebounds. Lucas Stivrins now has some blood on his ear, it looks like. So Lucas goes over to get that attended to. He'll sit as West checks into the lineup. Stevens at the free throw line. It's on the way, and that one is good. 3rd point of the night for Ronnie Stevens. Second free throw. In and out, no good. And JoJo McGlaston the rebound. So Ronnie Stevens, a tough night at the foul line, 1 of 4. They've added down 13 with 4:10 remaining. Perkins hands it off for Smith. Out front it goes to Moore. Moore looks left, nothing there. Hands it off for McGlaston. Now Collette will take it right back to McGlaston. Utah State running clock here. Timeout coming to the next dead ball. 15 to shoot for the Aggies. McGlaston lets the traffic clear out front. McGlaston, jab step left, now puts it on the floor. Stops, top of the key, launches the 3 ball off front iron. Criswell's got the rebound, lobs it up ahead to Cooper. Eric makes the catch to the rim, lays it up with the left hand and drops it in.
That's big. Another stop and another score.
Excellent outlet pass by Criswell, and Cooper on the finish. 63-52 Utah State, 3.5 to go. Moore's got it high on the right side. Makes the pass to McGlaston. McGlaston heads left with a dribble, hands it off for Smith. Smith dribbles right, top of the key. Criswell stays with him. Now Moore comes out to take it. 15 to shoot for Utah State. Moore hands it off for Perkins. Perkins trying to lose Coleman. To the right, to the left. Perkins, step back jumper from the top. It's good, a deep 2. 8 points for Darius Perkins, and that one hurt. That was 30 seconds of good defense. Nevada back down by 13, inside of 3 minutes to go, and now the Pack has to be perfect from here on out. They got to pitch a shutout. Coleman driving left, puts up a runner, banks it in. Runner left of the lane for Coleman. He's got 7. 65-54. Inbounds pass to Perkins. Perkins waves off his teammates. Nevada will fall back. Coleman waiting for Perkins at midcourt. Perkins throws it over on the right side for Jalen Moore. He'll hand it off for Chris Smith. Smith dribbles over on the left wing, hands it off for Perkins, and now Stu Morrill's going to take time with 2:25 remaining. And Utah State leading at 65-54. Watch News 4's Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. For highlights and exclusive interviews with coaches and players, Wolfpack All Access airs every Sunday night only on News 4. And Kinder's Restaurant and Catering, proud to be a Wolfpack sponsor. For all of your catering needs, stop by Kinder's in West Moana and Warren Way. So 2:25 left. Utah State up 11. I said that Nevada, for me, really has to pitch a shutout if they're going to win this ball game. Would you be on board with that?
Yeah, I think you're pretty close. There's 17 seconds left on this possession. So that's going to get you down to about 2:10 in that area, 2:12. And they're going to eat up the clock. And now Nevada's going to have to commit a couple fouls to get back, like we talked about, to get to that 6th foul. Because probably in another 30 seconds or so, you're going to have to use the clock a little bit to try and commit some fouls, I think, or else it's just going to be beat the clock time, and I don't think that can happen.
I think what I would do after my next made bucket, if I'm Nevada, I'm going to press and I'm going to be really aggressive. And if you get those fouls, you get the fouls. Perkins out front for Jalen Moore. 10 to shoot. Moore back left side to Perkins. Bounce pass down to the block. Collette working his way against West. Turns middle. Pump fakes. Got fouled. And he missed it off the front rim. So A.J. West commits his second foul. David Collette will be at the line when we come back. 2:13 remaining. Aggies lead at 65-54. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports.
Well, that's
Governor Series presented by NV Energy and supported by associate sponsor Barrett Gold is a structured rivalry series that matches the Wolfpack and Rebels of UNLV in sports and academics. You can follow points and standings throughout the year by logging on to NevadaWolfpack.com/Governor Series. Well, Coach, a minute ago you talked about how Stu Morrill is fantastic in using the clock, and his team has been fantastic here these last couple of minutes, really just milking every possession down and then either getting a bucket or, as we see right here, David Collette gets fouled, and he's now at the free throw line with a chance, I don't know, to put this game away, but let's say to make it really, really tough on the Wolfpack.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, right now, Collette is not a good free throw shooter. I mean, it would take... I'm concerned about the clock and the fact that the Pack still is going to have to foul them to be able to stop the clock to get chances to score at this end.
Collette's first free throw is no good. That makes him 1 of 3 on the night. He'll have one more coming. Second free throw for Collette is good. So David Collette with his 6th point of the game. 66-54, 2:10 left. Coleman to Fenner, back up top to Marquise. Coleman starts left, finds Fenner on the wing. Up top to Criswell. Tyron's going to try a 3-ball. That's off the mark. Stevens tips the rebound. It's out of bounds, and it's off of Nevada. So now the Wolfpack has got to press, and they've got to go for steals. And like you're saying, if you get a foul, so what? But be really aggressive. Inbounds pass to McGlaston. Criswell heads over to him, but not really going after him aggressively. Lob it back to Smith. Smith up to the timeline, picks up his dribble, throws it front court to Perkins. Minute 48 left in the ball game. Nevada been down by 12, and the Pack just kind of sitting back right now. Moore hands it off for Perkins. Perkins drops it off on the wing for Smith. Collette sets a screen, slips to the bucket. They find him. He lays it in, and that's the dagger. This one's over. David Collette with 8 points, and Utah State leads by 14 with a minute 23 to go. Coleman to Stevens at the free throw line. Ronnie down to the baseline for Criswell. Out front to Coleman. Coleman takes a dribble, whips a pass inside for Stevens. It's stolen by Perkins. Perkins up the left side of the floor. Minute 8 to go. Nevada's going to suffer a 3rd consecutive defeat in conference play, fall to 2-3. They'll go to 6-11 overall. Utah State will be 11-7, and they will go to 4-2 in the Mountain West. And I think one of the stories of this game tonight is going to be Nevada's turnovers, 18 of them right now, which has led to 18 Utah State points. Jalen Moore misses the layup. David Collette follows it in. So Collette into double figures. Aggies lead it by 16. 70-54, 40 seconds left, and give the Aggies credit. They executed extremely well in the final 5 minutes of this game. Criswell's got it, right side beyond the three-point arc. Out front to Coleman, left side to Fenner. DJ tries the 3. That shot is blocked out of the air. Grabbed by Smith. Smith dribbles into the front court. Utah State does not need to shoot again. Perkins will come over and take it on the sideline, and the Aggies can just watch this clock run out. McGlaston's got it out near midcourt. Stu Mortal is going to get the 613th win of his head coaching career. He'll go to 613 and 288. 7 seconds left. Clock ticking down. Morrill handing out high fives to his team. Now we'll come down and shake hands with David Carter as the buzzer goes off. And the Aggies win it tonight, 70-54, the final score. Stay tuned. The Heritage Bank postgame show is coming up next. This is Wolfpack basketball from Learfield Sports.